Alright, so welcome back to Work with Gabriel. And in this series, we're really just going to introduce ourselves and talk about Python scripting. So let's go right and dive right in. And here, I'm just going to search for Gedit. I'm going to run Gedit like that. Once it is run, this is where we are going to be writing all our Python codes. Alright, so to begin with, to start running our Python, we need to first set our interpreter. So we say slash user slash binary, then sorry, I missed that. I missed the hash. Similar thing we did with bash scripting then. So I'm just going to press Ctrl S, then I'm going to move to my desktop, and I'm going to save it like Python program dot py. So dot Python now. So Python program dot Python. So that's the name it's going to be. Then I'm going to save it. So to begin with, we are just going to start with variables in Python. I'm just put this guy off the screen. So to begin with, we are just going to start with variables in Python, and variable is actually very simple. So you have the name of the variable. So let's say we say name equals, then it's as simple as putting it in quotes in Gabriel. And if you have number, you can say number, which is equals to 20. So you can notice the difference between this and bash is that it allows us to give a space between this. If it is bash, there is nothing like a space between the variable and the space between the equal, so we need to pack everything together. And we can just say another number, which is num2 is equals to 30. And if we want to print something in Python, we just do print, then followed by the double quotes, not like the echo we do with this. Then we can just put the name of what we want to print. We can put the number of actually what we want to print right there. Sorry for that. And we can put the number to, so let me just do number one. So that's the first number, and number two. Then we'll press Ctrl S to save it, and this is actually saved to my desktop. To verify that, so sorry, let me close this up. We can press Ctrl L, as you can see, and where's our Python program? You see, we have the Python program right here. So we can do the same thing we did by making this a executable. So we just say change mode user plus x, so we can actually use the syntax to, we've actually been using syntax like 744 like that. So we can use user plus executive permission on Python program. Then if we ls again, you can see it has turned to deep green rather than the light green. So it's turned to deep green, which means this program is executable. Then we can run it by using Python 3, then Python program. You can see it return back to us the name we set, the first number we set, and the second number we set. Or we can just run it like this, more or less like bash. So more or less like bash, yeah, and we still get the same results. So anyone that is each one that is convenient for you, you can choose. All right, so we have no name, num, and num2 like that. So let's just do some little arithmetic operations here. So when we say, we can say z, or let me say results is equals to num1 plus num2. So I think if I'm not actually trying to move ahead of myself, so we can put results. And what we're trying to do is just to plus 20 plus 30 and trying to give us what the outcome will be. So if I run this program again, you can see we have 50 straight up return back to us. So let's see what's up, what we have next. So that's parameters. Okay, let me just pack the two together. Then in the next video, we are going to see how we're going to run through the rest of it. Okay, now let me just put it in the next video. See you in the next tutorial, please.